Hi everyone, it's Jeremy. Xiaomi recently announced the new series, the Redmi Note 13, and I had the chance to receive the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G before its official release as a member of the Xiaomi Influencers in the global community. I must say it comes with some really interesting features like a stabilized 200 megapixel main camera, 120W fast charging, IP68 certification, and it's equipped with the Dimensity 7200 Ultra. I don't know about you, but the Redmi Note Pro series has always been interesting to me because it brings features that can be appealing to a wide audience while maintaining an affordable price. So is this still the case with this Plus model, the most expensive in the series? That's what we're going to find out today. Regarding the unboxing, the phone comes with documentation, a SIM card ejector tool, a soft plastic protective case, which is grey this time and not transparent, with a large opening for the camera module. In addition to that, it comes with a USB to USB-C cable and a 120W charger. So you can enjoy the fastest charging speed without having to buy a separate charger, and even protect it without having to buy a case right away, which is always appreciated. For the design, I have the white version here, but it's also available in black and in a violet vegan leather version. However, you will need to check based on what's actually available in your country because not all colors may be marketed everywhere. In terms of weight, it's 204 grams with a thickness of 8.9mm. As you can see, the camera module has a different look from the rest of the phone, but only the sensors come out of it. The two largest sensors are the ultra-wide and the 200 megapixel main sensor, and the smallest is a 2 megapixel macro sensor. On the right side there is also a dual flash. The back is made of glass and the frame is made of aluminium with thin edges on each side. At the top you'll find a microphone, a speaker, a second microphone and an infrared emitter. On the right side there are the volume buttons and the power button. At the bottom there's the dual SIM tray, a microphone, a USB-C 2.0 port and a second speaker for stereo. Moreover, the phone is IP68, allowing it to resist water and dust. They also reinforce the inside of the phone, including the motherboard and the edges. Overall, I found the design really nice, especially in this white color. It gives a premium look when compared to its price. The display measures 6.7 inches and it's an AMOLED screen with a 1.5K resolution, better than Full HD with a higher pixel density of 446 ppi. It also maintains a 120Hz refresh rate. For brightness, it can go up to 1800 nits at peak with a touch response rate of 2160 Hz. It's protected by Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, and in addition to the pre-installed screen protection, which is found on higher-end models. You might have noticed that the screen is curved, not flat. I often hear people preferring flat screens to curved one, but if it reassures you, I haven't experienced any ghost touches while using it. It also gives a less imposing and more premium look. You can adjust the area to ignore accidental smudges on the edges in the settings to have a larger or smaller zone, or customize it according to your preferences. For this higher end aspect, there's also an under-display fingerprint sensor, no longer integrated into the power button as it was in the previous models. The fingerprint sensor is very fast for unlocking and you can even use it to read your heart rate. At the top there's the 16 megapixel selfie camera in a punch hole. In the settings you can choose to use the refresh rate in automatic mode to vary between 30Hz and 120Hz or force it at 60Hz. For colors you can choose between intense, saturated, standard mode or in advanced mode with a lot of adjustments. On it. Haptic feedback works well too. It's not just something strong to give the illusion of having something, and it's quite pleasant. For the rest of the characteristics, it's the first smartphone equipped with the MediaTek Dimensity 7200 Ultra, a 5G processor manufactured in 4 nanometers. It uses LPDDR5 for RAM and UFS 3.1 for storage. As for the variants, I'm not sure which one will be available in every country, but there's 8 256GB, 12 256GB and 12 512GB. In my case, I received this version. For other features, it has Wi-Fi 6, NFC, Bluetooth 5.3, L1 DRM for Full HD on Netflix and other. For example, on YouTube I can play video up to 2160p, so you can make the most of the screen resolution. In terms of the operating system, I was surprised to see that it comes with MIUI 14 based on Android 13. I thought it would come directly with HyperOS, the new operating system from the brand, but that's not the case. We'll have to wait for a future update. Regarding the duration of the updates, the brand mentioned 3 major updates for Android and 4 years of security patches. Regarding the benchmark, I'll let you check the different footage that I have on the screen, but as you can see, it's not the most powerful phone out there, but in everyday use, I didn't feel any slowness in navigation or animation, really nothing to complain about. Plus, the 120Hz screen adds an extra feeling of smoothness. For games, you can play in good condition with this beautiful 120Hz and the available power. On Call of Duty Mobile, you can go up to Ultra settings to get 90 FPS by lowering the quality to low. If you want something prettier, you can go up to very high settings and also set the FPS to very high. On PUBG, you can go up to Extreme for the frame rate and Ultra HDR for graphics. You can also play more demanding game like Genshin Impact if you want. Regarding the audio, we have stereo sound, Dolby Atmos, and the quality is quite good for the price. The sound is loud enough, and let me give you an example. For the battery, the phone has the hypercharge function of 120 watts thanks to the provided charger, and it has a 5000 mAh battery. On the brand's website, they announced a full charge in 19 minutes. In my case, I was able to go from 3 to 100% in 24 minutes. It's a bit more than indicated, but it's still very fast. For battery life, I used the PCMark application for an automated test that we can compare with other models. I got 11 hours to go from 100% to 20%, and for comparison, I got the same result last year with the Redmi Note 12 Pro, so it's consistent and it will easily last a day, giving the speed of charge that's more than enough. For the camera, the phone has 3 main sensors, an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle, a 2 megapixel macro sensor, and the main Samsung ISOCELL HP3 sensor of 200 megapixels. Having 200 megapixel doesn't mean it's better than a 108 megapixel or a 50 megapixel sensor, but it does mean that you can zoom into the image without losing too much quality. Usually with 5108 or 200 megapixel modes, you have to go find them and check the box when you want to use them. Here the mode is directly accessible next to the photo or video function, so it's simpler for those who want to use it. What's interesting is that when you're in photo mode, you have 0.6x for the ultra wide angle, 1x for the 200 megapixel sensor, and you also have 2x and 4x that will zoom into the 200 megapixel to have the equivalent of 3 focal lengths on a single sensor. On previous models, you will have to activate the 200 megapixel mode, take your photo and then edit to zoom in, so it's much simpler that way. For me, it doesn't replace a dedicated lens that would be at 2x, 3x or 5x as we have on higher end smartphone, because beyond the quality, having lenses like this gives different aspect to the image, more background blur, compression that we won't have here. Still, for a mid-range phone, it's interesting to have this extra feature if you just want to zoom in. The sensor also has mechanical and electronic stabilization, and the images are beautiful. There is a lot of detail by default without activating the 200 megapixel mode, and even more if you use it, of course. The colors are beautiful as well, and the photos, even in low light, allows you to capture great shots. The ultra wide angle will be less interesting, there will be less details and the colors are okay, but compared to the main sensor, this is the one you may want to use. For the selfie part, the phone has a 16 megapixel sensor and the selfies are of good quality. With it, you should be able to shoot Full HD 30 FPS in video, no 4K available as it is expected. For the ultra wide angle, there is no 4K, only up to Full HD 30 FPS, and for video you can shoot up to 4K 30 FPS on the main sensor, and the quality is good. The stabilization will mostly work for panning shots, but you should avoid to walk around without paying attention, otherwise you will have some jitters everywhere. Regarding the price, as mentioned in the intro, I received the phone from Xiaomi Global and before its release in Europe, so I don't have the exact price for every location, but you can check your local Xiaomi store and the link is in the description for more technical information. To conclude, this Pro Plus model of the Redmi Note 13 series is the most expensive and comes closer to high-end models. It has a beautiful design, IP certification, a nice screen, sufficient power for gaming and smooth daily use. Very fast charging, and the main sensor allows you to take beautiful photos and even zoom into the image directly. For me, something that could be improved is the other two camera sensors, which are quite below the main one. However, it's understandable We're not dealing with the brand's flagship model and you can't have everything. Also, I think it's essential to compare it with the Pro and standard model of this series if you really need the extra compared to the price difference. But as written in the name, it's a Redmi Note Plus, which is a bit above what we expect of this series of phone, so it's normal that the price is also a bit higher. Alright, I hope that you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and I see you in the next video.